Kayla again. So today in Amsterdam is very interesting. We had the big shareholders meeting today. This is why we came here. Flew 3,000 plus miles across the great seas to come to the shareholders meeting. The day started off really good. We got to meet up with the F&D Kolmenoten and the CIW workers and the Teamster workers. We had a little rally outside, and they had their royal stewards greeting the shareholders, and everyone was wearing crowns to remind Ahold to uphold their royal standards, and it was very regal, and the Dutch people were very receptive. The shareholders going into the meeting, it was a very good reception, and they were very interested in what their company was doing, and we were giving them our message about why we were here, and what happened to me when I went into the store, which you'll hear a little bit about in a second. But during all that, me and my coworkers decided, we went into the meeting, and because I was only given an observer pass, technically I didn't have speaking rights. But during the first part of the meeting, the chairman or the CEO gave this beautiful, beautiful part of his business plan about how workers are part of an integral business plan, and how they're going to continue to uphold their workers because they're on the front lines, they're the ones doing the work. And so I thought, well, I'm a worker, I've been there 12 years, my mom's been there 28, my aunt 24, my uncle 23, something like that, so maybe he'll give me an opportunity to speak. So I got up to speak, and I was denied the opportunity to speak. He interrupted me before I even was able to speak. He was very polite about it. He told me I had no rights to speak, so I sat down. So I thought for my viewers at home, I would ask my question to the shareholder on here, so you could hear what I had to say, since I never got the opportunity. So I'm going to read my little speech, and it says, good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, the board. My name is Kayla, and I'm here today representing UFCW Pension Plan. In addition to being here on behalf of the UFCW Pension Plan, I'm also here as an Ahold worker. I've worked for Giant Food of Landover in Manassas, Virginia for 12 years. My mom has worked for the same giant I work at for 28 years, my aunt a different giant for 22, and my uncle for 24 years. Needless to say, my family has a very vested interest in the longevity and profitability of this company. Part of the reason my family has been able to successfully make careers out of grocery retail is due to the union contract at Giant Food of Landover. As a bargaining unit, we're able to have living wages, health benefits for our families, retirement benefits, job security, and most importantly, and ironically, a voice in our workplace. This is why I'm here today, to speak for my fellow coworkers who cannot be here or who have been denied their voice by Ahold, as such is happening with the Martins in Richmond, Virginia. A few months ago, a union coworker and I went into Martins to speak to the employees about the importance of union representation, to give them our side of the story, opposed to the anti-union rhetoric which had been coming down from management. Let me be clear. I was in no way blocking the customers from shopping, workers from doing their jobs. I was in the break room, out of sight, out of the way. Yet once management found out why I was there, they were instructed by their supervisors, corporate, to have me and my coworker removed by the police. Mr. Chairman, I'm here today to demand an explanation for why Martin's employees are not only being denied the free and fair choice to come together as a union, but why Giant of Carlisle, as is it seems, being encouraged to waste shareholders' money by implementing anti-union tactics not only in their stores, but in their business design. And most importantly, Mr. Chairman, why is Ahold so scared of the employees of Martin's coming together to have their voices respected and recognized that the company was willing to call the police on 2 of their own associates? So I didn't get to say that to him, and I respect him for not letting me speak. But I can't imagine what he was going to say to me. So he would have said something like he said to my coworkers, "Oh, well, it's a different competitive unit. You have to understand, we don't interfere with the rights of workers. We acknowledge and uphold the rights of the state that we abide in. Well, the labor laws in the U.S. are not that great. So my next question to him would have been, well, the labor laws in the U.S. are not great, and they're actually below the standards of Ahold's Royal Pledge. So that means then, Mr. Chairman, when you come to the States, you can exploit the U.S. labor laws to exploit your workers. And he would have said something like he said to my fellow workers, oh, well, that means, we don't exploit our workers. Don't insinuate we exploit our workers. It's a different competitive field. We have to compete with Walmart. So my ultimate question is, if this is what they're saying to us, they have to compete with Walmart and they uphold U.S. standards of labor, you're basically telling me that you're practicing business like Walmart. And I think we all know where that road leads. I've talked to Walmart associates, and every single one of them tell me while they are happy at their jobs, they don't feel respected by their company. So if Ahold is going to practice business like Walmart in order to compete with them, you're going to have people who love their jobs but are disrespected on the job, and that's not right. So, Mr. Chairman, if you want to run your company like Walmart, that's up to you. I think it's wrong. I think Royal Ahold has better standards they can abide by. They don't do it in the U.S. It's clear. And if you want to exploit the U.S. laws, so you lower yourself as a company, you go right ahead. But I think Ahold can do better than that. My family has a vested interest in Ahold. I love Giant Food. I shop there. But that's a sad standard for Ahold to come by. So I didn't get to say my piece, but the chairman didn't silence me. That was his playground, and he can shut me up in his playground. But he's not going to shut me up on my playground, and where my playground is Richmond, Virginia. And I'm going to continue to knock on doors. I'm going to continue to speak my side of the story to anyone who wants to hear it. And all he did was encourage me not to shut up. In fact, I think he made it a little bit harder for me to shut up. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me a renewed burst of fire and desire to get Martin's workers together. So thank you, and I had a great experience, and hopefully I'll see you guys next year.